Hello everyone and welcome to Tripp's art class. I'm going to go ahead and sharpen my pencil here. These are some nice sharpeners just because they keep all the pencil shavings in a container so you don't get pencil shavings all over the place, or you don't have to be doing this over a trash can. So there's my pencil, sharpened, ready to go. So today I want to talk to you a little bit more about drawing from shape. We're talking about shape right now as one of the elements of art. So I'm just going to do some loose drawings here in my sketchbook. So a long time ago, I saw someone draw a character from memory. And he was trying to figure out how to draw this character on the spot. And then I heard him thinking out loud with words. And he said, "How do I draw this character? Oh, I remember. It's this shape, and this shape." And that's when it really hit me that you can use shapes to help you be able to draw characters, construct characters, or draw from memory instead of always having to use a reference. Now, of course, when we can, it's best to use a reference. That way we're the most accurate. But in those cases where we don't have references, we can always draw from memory the best way possible by using shapes. So here, say if I was trying to draw a fish. So I might think, well, I remember how to draw this fish. It's a circle, and then it's almost like a triangle, and then it's almost like another triangle. Okay, maybe it's kind of like that. And you can remember that. You can remember a circle and two triangles. That's kind of easy to remember. And then you can say, oh, and from there, I think that the mouth kind of came out here, and there was another little triangle. This triangle line kind of swooped down, came up, and then it has two circles for the eyes. And you think, oh, and then it kind of has some more organic shapes right here. I remember the organic shapes now. And you can think, well, kind of like maybe a triangular shape, then it cuts off here. And then we add some gills. And then what you can do is take your eraser. I like to use my kneaded eraser. I'm a kneaded eraser fan. Kind of clean up some of those unwanted lines. And then you can go back over the drawing. And really begin to clean those lines up. Okay, so that's one way we can use shape to draw characters, and that helps us someday. And we're not going to do it right now, but someday when we draw from memory, shape can help us remember things better than having to memorize all those separate individual lines. We can just break it down with shape. Okay, so let's do the same thing here. We're going to keep with the whole fish theme or ocean theme. So say we wanted to draw a shark character, and you can't really remember how to draw a cartoon shark. So maybe you might know, well, I know this character is an oval. And maybe you don't know exactly what type of oval, so you just kind of begin to sketch it out very, very loosely. Like maybe this type of oval. Maybe it's more pointed at the ends. Okay, like that. We're figuring it out here as we go. That's why we're drawing so loosely. And then I might think, well, then there's a right triangle right here for this character. It's curved a little bit. Curve that in. And then maybe there is Right here, kind of like a triangle. Can you guys see that triangle right there? But maybe it's curved in a little bit more, like that. Okay, this line's curved in slightly, and then it comes up and then connects to the rest of the oval. So you can kind of maybe remember that shape. It's an easier shape to imagine in your head. And then maybe this comes out here, and maybe this almost starts to come to a point. Okay. Now at this point, I'm going to start to clean up some of my line work because it's getting a little bit messy. One of my students asked the other day, and this is a great question, how do you keep your pencil from smearing all over the paper? And notice that I am right-handed. So being right-handed, what I like to do is I like to sketch from top left of the paper to the bottom right. That way you don't have that problem of smearing. Okay, now if I started down here and I worked up here, by the time I'm finished here, I would move my arm and all this would be smeared. Okay, so when we're using it with pencil, keep that in mind so you don't mess up your paper. So let's go ahead and clean up these lines a little bit more. We have this line. We have the shark fin. We're doing a little shark. We have this back fin. I'm sure there's scientific names for all these parts of the shark. You don't really need to know them. We're doing a little cartoon shark. And we go like this, and we'll go ahead and draw a little kind of the belly of the shark right there. Right here, let's go ahead and work on the eyes. We know the eyes are just going to be 2 circles. These circles, we're going to kind of go like that. And then maybe here for the mouth, we'll draw a line. Sometimes we have to remember lines. It's not all about shapes. So we got to remember this curved line. Bring down another curved line. Does he look hungry? And then I'll go ahead and put in some fins and this little fin right there. Okay, make this line a little bit darker. Okay. So there we have a loose cartoon sketch of a cartoon shark. There we go. So, and we did that by remembering that this shark was basically an oval, and we had some more triangular shapes, and this fish was a circle, and then we added some triangular shapes. So we can draw from memory, and even helps us drawing from reference when we can break down our drawing, not just to lines. Lines are helpful, okay? That's the beginning way to do it, but then the more advanced way is start breaking it down into shapes, and after that, we break it down into forms. But we already talked about line, now we're learning about shapes. Eventually, we'll get into form. And let's do one more today. We'll keep with the ocean themed. This time, instead of doing a fish, we will do a seal. So for this seal, we'll go ahead and begin with a circle. From my experience, a lot of characters typically begin with a circle. So get comfortable with drawing a circle, sketching out. It doesn't have to be perfect. Do the best you can though. Okay, and from there I can break it down and think, okay, we have a circle, and then there's going to be kind of like this right triangle, this triangular shape, kind of like that. So I'm going to draw that very, very, very lightly, and then I'm going to use that to break down the rest of the shapes here. So that's the organic shape, and then I can remember that it becomes a little bit more organic where you have these lines. Nice curve line, that's a fun curve. And then here we'll bring this line down. the same thing right here, nice little curved line. And then I can remember, okay, there's almost kind of some other triangular shapes, kind of like that. Maybe like right here, a triangular shape. And maybe another one right there. So if I can remember kind of 3 triangular shapes, it can help me draw this character more. And then I can kind of figure it out from there because I have the basic shape. But it's not totally a triangle, so we'll just kind of go ahead and add to it. It's getting a little bit messy, so I'm going to pull out my kneaded eraser. Now look at this. I'm going to make it go to a point. That way I can get this little area right here. Okay, maybe this little area right here. And I can go ahead and draw in some lines here for the feet. And we'll go ahead and move on here. Kind of thicken that line up a little bit and kind of figure out how this part works. There's that little arm or whatever you call it for a seal. And then we have this little line, kind of add some curves. So a lot of times you make shapes and you add more curves to them. Then we can go up here to the face, kind of breaking it down. I think about right here would be a good place to put the eye, one eye. Right here, we'll go ahead and put the nose. There's the nose. And then what we can do is kind of draw this shape. For the mouth. And then we'll go ahead and put in some whiskers. Now at this point, it's still a little bit rough around the edges, so what I can do is take my kneaded eraser, clean up the head a little bit. All those lines that are just kind of more guidelines, clean those up. Kind of find the more dull part of my pencil. And really begin to clean those lines up. Now, when we're using pencil, we're typically sketching, unless if you're one of those pencil realists where you want things to look photorealistic while using pencil. I enjoy just the fun stage of sketching. I like it to have the human touch of being imperfect. To me, I find something beautiful about imperfection. That's why I love seeing pencil drawings like this. And maybe what we could do in the background, we can even add in some more shapes. So maybe way back here, put in some little horizon. There's our little horizon. And maybe we'll kind of put in like a triangle back here. And then we'll kind of have it come up. So kind of like a triangle. A shape here, maybe a shape coming here. So these are more like geometric shapes. There's a little background, maybe add a little bit of shading in certain areas. Okay, and if you're at this point where we're drawing and you're listening, the accountability code for this video is going to be surfboard. Surfboard. Like when you go surfing at the beach. Surfboard. Okay, so there we go. There's some examples of how to draw from shape. We talked about drawing from line, now we're talking about drawing from shape. Eventually we'll be talking about drawing from form with our construction drawings, but here we go. Shape, we had some simple shapes, some circles, triangles, ovals, triangles, circles, triangles, different shapes. We didn't have a lot of squares or rectangles with these fun little cartoon drawings, but those are definitely a part of drawing from shape. So thanks for hanging out today at Tripp's Art Class, and we will catch you next time.